I click on grades, it's going to take me straight to my grade book. Now, if you're like me and this like gets messy because you have to move this all the way over to see whatever else you're scoring, if you want to, you can click on this little arrow right here. Boom, and it shortens it up a little bit. So there's lots of information on here. I'm just going to leave it short. This will tell you your summary, what it is. You can actually click on the assignment from here. You can visually tell how students are doing on your summatives just by looking at them right here. I can click on this and expand it and it'll tell me, hey, she's doing pretty good. Oh, we had a small downturn right here. Same thing with like Jalen. Oh, too bad. So there's a visual right there that'll tell you exactly what is going on. You also have like this is blank. So if I just hover it over it, it'll tell me this student is missing an assignment. All right. I can see progress monitor from here, and this will give me an overall view of what my students are doing right here. It will tell me that they have 4 out of 4 assignments have been scored. If they were missing one, it'd say like 3 out of 4. It will also tell me if they've got any missing assignments down here. If they have, like this one has 1 missing assignment, so it's got that little circle thing going for them. And I can actually click on the student and get straight to those things, assignments also. If I go back to my grade book, so there's some tips and tricks we're going to talk about in the gradebook. Okay. So the first one is if you add an assignment, so I'm going to do my summative 5 here. If I add an assignment and my due date is like yesterday and I put that in and I don't grade it, like if I just make the assignment and I don't grade it, then anything going in, like it will start showing up as missing on the student and the parent's side. So for instance, let's say I have multiple classes and I want to assign this on my day 1 classes and I want to assign it to my day 2 classes. So I go ahead and I do that, and I can add sections down here, and I just go ahead and say, yep, that's what I want to do. Well, if I don't go change my day 2 assignment dates right here, tonight it'll show up missing on the day 2 kids. So there's an easy way around it. So let's just say I got all this done. It's a summative. I hit save and I go score. And I just want to know, like it's a big assignment. The kids all turned it in, but I want parents to know if they did not turn it in on time, but I don't have time to grade it. Okay. So I can go ahead and I can click this turned in button and say fill all the way down. And then I can just go to the kids that are missing it and say, oh, this student is missing this assignment. So now it's going to pop missing on just the kids that are truly missing that assignment. It'll show up turned in on everybody else's until you have time to score it. Okay, so that's one way to fix it. The other way to fix it is change your due date if you want to do that, but sometimes you want to know when that was supposed to be turned in. So I may not want to change my due date. I can also make it not visible. So if I close this, and I'm not going to save the changes, and if I go to edit, and instead of it being visible, I got to stay here. Hold on, save. I can click this visible, should be able to say not visible in class. Here it is. I can turn this off, and then it won't be visible in the classroom. It also won't pop on their missing assignments. Okay? Cautionary tale. If you go score this, you want to make sure you turn visible back on. Okay? So make sure you do that. Now let's talk about if I have a formative. So let's say I have a formative, and the highest it can score is a 2, which is fine because sometimes we have that. So sometimes we have a formative that can't score any higher than a 2. As a parent, I would like to know that, because if my kiddos came and I saw a 2, I'd be asking them, hey, do you not understand the material? And they're telling me, it's okay, we just did a short formative, it can only score a 1 or a 0, just to make sure we kind of understood where we were. Perfectly fine, okay? Just make sure in your comments you stay like maximum score is a 2, and then you just hit fill all. And then it just goes straight down. So then if I start putting 2s in here, I go 2 and fill down. Then when a parent sees this 2, they're also going to see this comment over here. And it will tell them, hey, guess what? You just have the max you could score was a 2. So on the parent side, they're going to see this. They'll see the little arrow. It'll pop and say, hey, the max I could score was a 2. Now this summative is sitting right here. It's got nothing in it. So it's showing up that they turned it in. You haven't scored it yet, but it also doesn't have the missing flag. So the missing flag is over here. So you just haven't scored this yet, which is fine. So all these things are turned in, and it's all good. The other thing to remember is just make sure that when you add an assignment that over here you have a standard picked. Don't pick semester, because if you pick semester, it's going to go into points and it's not going to roll up the right way. All right.